What's going on, everybody? JT here, coming at you with another episode of Pokemon Go, and we've got a lot to talk about. Now, the very first thing we're going to talk about is that we have caught over 500 million fairy types, which means that we have completed the challenge for the Luminous Legends X event, and we'll be getting a few rewards. First off, we're going to be getting ourselves 3 times catch XP, which is amazing. We're also going to get Pancham and raids, which is really cool, and Shiny Gallerian Ponyta is now in the game, and I actually have a check for it right here. So let's click on it and see if we get it. And we didn't. But there's a reason for that, is because this actually doesn't go live until May 11th at 10 a.m. your local time on Tuesday. So yeah, it's kind of sad that we didn't get it right now, but we'll get it for the second half of the event, and it's pretty exciting. And in order to get yourself a Gallerian Ponyta, you can go into raids, they're there. You can also, though, get a research called Catch 15 Fairy Types, and you'll get encounters that way too. So there's multiple ways to do it. They're not in 7km eggs at the moment, but once this event is over, they might come back, because usually the Gallerian Pokemon are in there. So yeah, I'm excited for it. Also, let's just take a look at the IVs on this one. Oh, this is actually a really good one. Hell yeah. Let's just favor that real quick. But also, I've shown this before, but let's show you a Shiny Gallerian Ponyta. Let's open up the Pokedex real quick and just do a little bit of a scroll down. It's not that far down there. There we go, Ponyta. So we have the Kanto Shiny, as you can see right here, which means we can see the Gallerian one, and it's shiny. And the shiny looks pretty good. I like it. The yellow and green, it's pretty solid. And I'm really hoping that the shiny rate is about the same as like a Gible or something like that, you know, like a 1 in 64 rate odd, you know, like not super common, but it's way more common than a full odds one like Rufflet. I'm really hoping this isn't like Rufflet, but yeah, I mean, it's solid, it looks really good. And also, here you go for Rapidash, the Gallerian shiny. Solid shiny, absolutely solid. I love the look of it. I'm hoping to get a few of them, and fingers crossed we'll be able to get it in the first day. I'm gonna go hard. And as I mentioned before, we're also gonna be getting Pancham and 1-star raids. It's a cute little panda fighting type Pokemon. It's nice, but its evolution, Pangoru, is actually really cool. And I have the GoHub article right here because I actually want to talk to you about this one. This one could be a really good Pokemon. As you can see, it is a fighting and dark type now, so it gains the dark typing, which is good and bad. Unfortunately, since it becomes a dark type as well, fighting becomes super effective against it, because fighting doesn't resist fighting. So you'll be taking 2 times damage for every fighting move. But it's got good stats. It has a 3,281 max CP, 226 attack, 146 defense, and a 216 stamina. So it's a pretty good attacker, though I wouldn't really use it in raids. There's a lot of better things to use in raids than this, but you might want to use this in PvP because it's got a pretty good moveset. It's got Snarl as a fast move, which does actually charge a lot of energy really fast. Close Combat, which it'll get stabbed with, and Night Slash. So it has a really great moveset, and I would say specifically use this in Master League. You'd be able to use this against Giratina, which shows up a lot. You'd be able to use this against Mewtwo, both the armored and the normal one as well, and it will resist all the Psychic and Ghost type moves, so it'll actually be a good counter. Plus with Night Slash, you get a boost in your attack occasionally. It's not guaranteed, but you'll get it. And if you don't want to have Close Combat, though it's a powerful move, you can also switch it out with Rock Slide. Rock Slide is really good for things like Togekiss, which also show up a decent amount in Master League, because, you know, Charm users are strong there, and also it does counter Giratina and a few other things. But yeah, I mean, having that Rock Slide will be pretty good to take out a flying type like Togekiss. The only downside to this is that Togekiss, again being a fairy type, is 4 times super effective to your Pangoru. So it's off and on. You might get lucky and build up enough energy, because Snarl does build up a good amount of energy, but those charms will hit you like a truck. But, you know, again, being a high attacker, you might actually be able to take it out before it does too much damage to you. Now that we're done with that little bit of news, it's time to grind. There's a lot of things I need XL candies for, and actually, Dratini was one of them, but now we're actually good. As you can see right here, I do have a 98% Shadow Dragonite, which is really, really good. I think it's the 4th best or 3rd best Dragon type DPSer in the game with the Shadow bonus. I want to say it's the 4th. We'll look into it in just a second, but I have 370 XLs, and all I need are 360. So let's turn it into a 4,277 CP, level 50 Shadow Dragonite at 98%. This is so cool. I'm so happy I got this thing, but yeah, man. I also made sure to give it Draco Meteor, even though having Outrage is better for it. I gave it Draco Meteor because during this event, you can actually just normal charge TM these in, and I would highly recommend you do it for Salamence, because Salamence with Outrage is really, really good. And here's the DPS chart I'm going to be using. This is on GamePress.com. You should really check it out. In fact, I'll have a link to it in the description box below if you want to check out this website. It's really cool because it'll tell you how good things are, what's like the top Pokemon, you know. So, as you can see, I've plugged in Dragon and at Star Dragon, which means it'll only show Dragon types with double Dragon moves, so it won't give me everything else, because there's a lot of things on this spreadsheet. But yeah, as you can see down here, Shadow Dragonite is number 4. It has Dragon Tail and Outrage. It's the 4th best one, only being beaten by Mega Garchomp, which we don't have yet, but we might be getting soon, with Dragon Tail and Outrage, Shadow Salamence with Dragon Tail and Outrage, which I have a hundo of, and Mega Rayquaza at the top. Of course, the king of all dragons has to be the top one, with Dragon Tail and Outrage. But speaking of the Shadow Salamence, let's check mine out real quick. And here it is. This is my best buddied 100% Shadow Salamence. This is definitely one of the rarest things I have in my collection in my entirety of my Pokemon Go career. This is one of the rares, and I'm very, very happy to have it. Sadly, it can't Mega Evolve, otherwise it would be way, way too overpowered. Maybe even above Mega Rayquaza, but yeah, I mean, as you can see, I've got 222 XLs for this thing, and I think I just need 360. Let's just make sure. Go down. No, I only need 348. Well, that's pretty good. So yeah, actually, yeah, I know. I've powered this thing up a few times, so that actually makes things a little easier now. So we only have to get 348 XLs, and we're at a decent portion, and I've been hunting Bagons all day. So yeah, this is a big goal. Let's try to max this thing out by the end of today. I've managed to find myself 2 Gible checks, so let's check them, see what happens. Maybe we'll get a shiny one. Number 1 is not shiny, of course not, and it is a 466. Well, on the upside, at least it's up there. And the second Gible check is going to be a not shiny still, and it is a 448. Ugh, that's bad. Got 3 more Gible checks here. Number 1 is not shiny. It is a 457. Cool. Encounter number 2 is also not shiny yet again, and a 460. Neat. And the final encounter is going to be not shiny. That's fine. But yeah, you guys might also be wondering why I'm bothering doing this, because of the recent news that Community Day is happening for Gible. And to be honest with you, the big reason why is because I still want to get good ones for the Community Day, and also those XLs that I want to add up over time. So in the end of the day, even though we didn't get it there, I do want to actually keep doing these because it's a good time. We can prep for the Community Day, which will be happening very soon. But yeah, let's actually talk about it. So yeah, Gible Community Day, huh? That's pretty cool, though there seems to be a lot of mixed reviews about it. A lot of people are loving it, and a lot of people are hating it. In fact, funnily enough, I was on my YouTube Studio app on my phone, and literally the top 2 comments that I had, like, featured for me were these 2. Somebody saying that they were excited about it, and somebody that was really upset about it. So, I thought I'd talk about it, because, to be honest with you, I didn't think this was coming for a very long time. I never thought it was never going to happen, but like, Gible has always been Pokemon Go's, like, moneymaker, as well as, like, Rayquaza and stuff like that, you know, like, oh my god, Gible's gonna be in raids? Boom, you know, like, big deal. Oh, they're gonna be in eggs like they are right now, you know, big deal. So the fact that they're putting him in Community Day is very interesting, because now it's gonna be a Calm Day shiny, which means that its value is gonna be a lot less and people aren't going to grind for it as much, but that also might make it a little bit more common, so who knows how that's gonna work. But, to be honest with you, I'm kind of mixed on it myself, you know. Again, there's a lot of people that are happy about it and a lot of people that are angry about it, and I find myself to be somewhat in the middle about it. Like, I'm not angry by any means, but, you know, kind of disappointed in a little bit too. But let's go over the positives and the negatives. So for the positive side of it, we get a ton of Gible XLs. We're going to be getting ourselves shiny Gibles everywhere, which is fantastic. Also, I want to try to get a Shundo Gible, so obviously this is my best opportunity to get it. And we're going to get an exclusive move for it, which, if it's Earth Power, makes it amazing, but who knows what it's going to get. Who knows? It could actually get a better move. We don't know yet, but there's a lot of things that could happen to make Garchomp far better. And I have quite a few Hundo Gibles that I've maxed out and haven't evolved yet, just in case something like this were to happen, and it's happening. So I'm actually kind of happy about it. The other side of it is, yeah, shiny Gible was a very rare shiny Pokemon. Something that, like, you grinded really hard for, and when you got it, it felt amazing. and it kind of sucks that, you know, you spend all that money and everything to try to get it, and then now, unfortunately, it doesn't matter anymore because it's just going to be a Calm Day shiny, like Ghastly or Machop or something like that, you know? But in the end of the day, my mentality on it is, this is going to happen for every shiny Pokemon, eventually. Like, if you're one of the lucky few that has a shiny Snorlax, enjoy that time, because eventually, they're going to do something to make it easier to get, whether it be a raid day, which I could totally see, where they would boost the raid on it, or with shiny Munchlax coming out. They might make that shiny Munchlax a 1 in 50 odd, because it can only be hatched from eggs, so then people will be evolving them into Snorlaxes. So, you know, in the end of the day, though I can understand people's anger with it, I would just say that eventually it's going to happen to everything. That's just something we have to keep in mind. Like, there's going to be very few things in this game that will always be, you know, super rare. And, you know, it's kind of sad because you want to have super rare stuff because everybody likes to flaunt what they have. But, yeah, like, in the end of the day, that's just kind of where I am about it. Like, eventually Shiny Dino is going to probably get the same treatment. It's an incredibly rare shiny. But eventually, there might be a Calm Day for it. Or this upcoming Go Fest. I really feel like dinos are going to be everywhere. So, like, yeah. In the end of the day, it is what it is. But I'm personally excited about it. I'm really looking forward to it. And hopefully you guys are too. Anyways, let's get back to the adventure. And now we're back on the grind. And sure enough, got myself a little shiny Spoink here. Thanks for taking me out and grinding with me, Doug. Also, Doug is feeling a lot better now. I didn't really talk about it on the channel ever, but he had a little bit of a thing, so I'm happy to hear you're doing better, dude.
Thank you.
Do you want to tell him what happened, or?
Major car accident, broke like my whole leg, my foot, all that, but I was out for 3 months, sent me back, but I'm back.
And he's good now, and I'm really happy to hear he's doing good.
Back to walking around. I mean, driving right now, but I mean, back to walking and playing Pokemon, so.
Well, I'm glad to hear you're doing better, man. Seriously,
Yeah,
like, I'd missed him. I mean, you guys, OG people would know, he's the guy who got the Shundo Rhyhorn in front of me, which was very rude, but still, though, I was happy you got it.
You got a shiny at the same time, just
it is
not
true.
a hundo.
Just not a Shundo. And this isn't a Shundo either, but whatever. We're gonna keep grinding. Trying to get more Bagon candy is really what I'm trying to do. But unfortunately, oh wait, there is one on the nearby. There's one further up that way. All right, we're gonna grind for it. Well, I'm not the most excited about this, but check it out. A shiny Chikorita, and I have no Ultra Balls. I need to start spending again. Luckily, we've just come back to downtown, but, just, out of everything, this is definitely not something I was looking for. And we're back here, but this time, I've got drumsticks. So, clearly I said that I wanted to max out my Shadow Salamence yesterday, but I was grinding so hard, and those Bagons, for some reason, were just really rare for me. Probably because I was looking for them, obviously. You always find things you're not looking for, but yeah, it was ridiculous. But I'm happy to say that we have enough XLs in order to max out my 100% Salamence. So let's freaking do this, man. Boom, 348, power up. Yes, it's going to become a 4,239 CP, maxed out, level 50 Salamence. I am so happy right now. This is really good Dragon-type DPSer, and also, I found something that I'm really happy about that's also going to take me a bit of time to max, but check this guy out right here. He was a Shelgon earlier, in my defense, I didn't know, but look at that. It's a 13, 15, 14. That's pretty good for a Shadow. So we're gonna have to max this thing out in the future as well, and I made sure to give it Outrage because, again, Dragon-Tail Outrage on this thing makes it the second best Dragon-type DPSer minus Mega Rayquaza. So, now we'll have 2 of those, plus a Dragonite. We're pretty set when it comes to Dragon-type DPS firepower, and I am very, very happy because I've wanted to do this for a while. Now, before we wrap up this video, there's one more thing I want to do, and that's evolve one of my Goomies here. I'm really happy to say, as you can see here, we got a starred one. I got this yesterday, and I didn't even know at the time, but check it out. It was a 98%. I am very happy with that. I'd prefer a hundo, obviously, but this is kind of functionally a hundo anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Plus, it's known as the weakest dragon type, so I don't think we're going to really use it, but I'm down. Let's evolve it all the way into a Goodra, which, as you'll see in a second, I can't fully do just yet, but let's turn it into a Slugu real quick. And I'm excited for this. This is really, really cool. And boom, there it is. It looks funny because it's like a snail dragon that's made out of slime, but there it is registered to the Pokedex. The weird smile on this thing too. I'm gonna be honest with you, this line was always kind of weird for me, but It's still fun, but in order to evolve this thing, as you can see, I can't do it right now unless it's raining or I have a rainy lure, which luckily I have some rainy lures. So let's quickly throw on that rainy lure. And there we go, it's live. I've also spun the stop here so that I will be able to activate it. And let's find our Sliggoo down here. There it is. And now we can evolve into a Goodra. Let's do it. 98% Goodra. I'm really happy that we found it. It was just spontaneous. I love it. Like, it's better than, like, if you have a map or something, you know? Like, it's fun to find something super high-end IVs that you didn't even know was there. And then, boom, there it is. Oh, Goodra. It looks cool. I'm down with it. It's not the best Pokemon, unfortunately, but, you know, whatever, right? Water Gun, Draco Meteor, that's good enough for me. Let's see what happens if we were to power this thing all the way up to 50, what it would become. It doesn't quite hit 4,000, but 3,954. And maybe with the best friend bonus, or best buddy bonus, it might hit the 4Ks, but yeah. Not exactly the best. I don't know if this thing will have any use anytime, but it still is a cool looking Pokemon and I'm happy to have it. Now, I was about to just wrap up this video, but we got some amazing news. Looks like we're getting a brand new Verizon event that's going to be taking place on May 29th to May 30th, so Saturday and Sunday. And we're gonna get a lot of cool stuff for it, so let's go over it. If you use an incense, Pokemon such as Sableye, Swirlix, Spritzy, Unknown, and Eevee will be attracted to you. If you're lucky, you might even encounter a shiny Eevee. During this time, you will not be able to encounter shiny Unknown. Which is sad, but at the same time, it is what it is. I mean, I think it would have been a lot cooler if they added shiny Unknown. Also, depending on which part of the world you live in for this event is what you're gonna get. For America, we're gonna get V for Verizon, but I believe in Japan you're gonna get Y for the company that's sponsoring it. I don't know the name of the company. And then in Mexico, I believe it's S. So yeah, very, very cool. And also during this time, we'll get a limited time challenge that you can complete until the end of Sunday, so I'm sure you'll just get some cool encounters. They don't say exactly what you get encounters with. Unlike last time, they kind of just told you everything you would get, so kind of fun there. And then those who have a participation ticket will receive the following bonuses from May 29th to the 30th. Double XP when catching Pokemon, and increased chances of becoming lucky friends. I'm down. That sounds amazing. Hell yeah. And then, for the final thing, you'll have an increased chance of receiving lucky Pokemon when you complete a trade with a friend. So that's super cool. I'm down with all of that. Let's just read the note here. Players must redeem the promo code before the event ends on Sunday, May 30th at 11:59 p.m. local time to gain access to the event. As a reminder, the event-exclusive incense bonuses are only available from Saturday, May 29th at 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. local time. Okay, so the incenses will only be for Saturday, but the rest of it can be done throughout the weekend. And then, so trainers must redeem the code before 5 p.m. local time on that day to gain access to those bonuses. Word! That's really cool. I'm down. We're gonna do a live stream for it probably, because there's nothing too exciting about it, you know, and I don't think I really need to make a video about it, but yeah, that's fun. We'll definitely have to do that. Plus, I mean, we're gonna have extra chances of being lucky friends with people, and I need to be lucky friends with certain people. There's things that I really want to get lucky, and that only certain people have, and hopefully this event, I will be able to do it. Plus, again, every single trade we do, we'll be able to have increased lucky odds on it. So that's at least 202 trades. You can do up to 100 trades a day, but if you do a special trade in there before your 100 trades, you can get that extra one in there. So yeah, we'll definitely be live streaming this. We'll definitely try to take as much advantage of this as possible. And in order for you to get the code, you have to have a Verizon account. So make sure you have Verizon, and if you don't, I'm sorry, maybe you can get it from a friend that has a Verizon phone plan that doesn't play this game or whatever. And in order to redeem your code, all you have to go is into the shop here, and then you go to the bottom for promos, put in the code, and you'll gain access to the event. In fact, I just logged into the Verizon account and got that promo code. So there we go, paste the code. I highly doubt this will work for you guys, but you're more than welcome to try it. And did we get it? Didn't say nothing happened. Did we back out? Did something happen? I don't think I got it. Oh, there it is. Okay, we got something. Cool. May 2021 Verizon medal. Awesome. Which means we should have a ticket or something, right? Or does that badge just activate it for us? Looks like the badge activates it for us, but hey, very cool. I'm down. Today's positive comment shout-out's gonna go to Elytra Graves. Now this is the earliest I've ever and unintentionally been. Bet you're excited about the new Com Day announcement. Yeah, Elytra, I really am. I cannot believe it's happening. I'm very, very excited about it. Hopefully you are too, and also thank you so much for watching the videos. I really appreciate it. It means a lot that everybody watches, but yeah, I'm very excited for Shiny Gible Community Day, and I really hope you guys are too. And with all that being said, this is gonna be the end of the video, and if you've enjoyed it, and I really hope you have, please smash that like button for me, show me some love, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell icon so you know when I upload, and also comment down below. How do you feel about all these events that are coming up? Do you love them? Do you hate them? Are you excited for possible new shinies? Please let me know in the comments down below. And if you really love my content and you want to help the channel grow even more, there's a link to my Patreon in the description box below. But with that being said, this is the end of the video. I'll see you in the next one.